She said, like nobody's ever done that. Nobody's ever done a single mother and daughter. We think nice to showcase for me, my journey, but also to share. Anything is possible. Things aren't perfect, but anything is possible. And things aren't perfect. Hey, this is the Stef and Ny Channel. My name is Nyla. My name is Stephanie. And this is the Stef and Ny Channel. And today we are going to give you guys an introduction to this channel and what we are bringing to this channel. So basically, we'll start us off. I'm going to start you with the origination of why we started this channel. And the reason why we started this channel is because we kind of looked at, there was a couple of different reasons, but I'll just give you the quick snapshot of the first bullets that came to our mind and made us think, maybe this is something that other people might be able to use. Maybe this is something that could help us. Maybe this is something that could just help other people that are like us, and who knows. But what we saw on television were images of, all the time when we look at TV shows, and we look at a lot of family-oriented shows, we look at commercials, you look at everything on TV, and it usually shows the traditional mother and father, and then, 2 kids and a dog. But obviously, as we know, in 2020, the world's changing every day. Now it's 2 moms, or it might be 2 dads, or it might be, it might not be a mom and a dad. It might be like what we are. We are a single mom and daughter household, and we have been since 2009. And looking at all the images, we just felt like that image was missing, and we wanted to show a positive light on the things and the way we handle things in our journey. And basically, we wanted to highlight the last year of Nyla's life with me before she springs into adulthood and before she goes to college. So we're kind of giving you the back end. We're on a lot of TV shows where you see your parenting is usually at the origination of, the child is born, and then you see a lot of the beginning stages. This stage, the teenage years and the formative time that's happening right in the junior going into your senior year is really so critical for kids as they get ready to transition into adulthood, because it's going to shape and mold them and get them ready to be able to go on to their next step in life, which if it's for them college, if it's a trade school, if it's for them to go into their occupation, whatever it is, we need to get them ready as parents so that they will be successful and be able to go out into the world as an adult and be a strong individual that we hope that they will be. Basically, I'm going to take you back through the chronology and tell you that in 2000, Nyla's dad and I were married. And we dated for 6 years before that. So we were together for quite some time. But like what happens with a lot of relationships, I guess 50% of marriages end in divorce. We were one of those statistics, unfortunately. In 2000, we were married. In 2002, we had this beautiful gift. As Nyla is an only child, I know that that's different from a lot of households too. I'm sure that if somebody looks at this channel, they'll be like, well, she can easily do it because she's a single mom, but she only has 1. I have 3, or I have 5. I can't speak to those circumstances, and I do realize it makes it a lot easier for me because I'm focused on 1 child versus some people that have more than 1 child. So I understand that because I'm a mom, I talk to other moms, and I know that the struggle is real at every level. And I see the difference in my mom friends that have 1 kid like myself versus the parents that have multiple kids. And that's both parents coming from single parent households and 2 family households. Either way, it's a lot. It's exponentially harder, even though it's exponentially easier, I guess, when they're little because they have somebody to play with. As it gets harder and as they become their own adult, which is what we're trying to do now, you see that everybody has their own personality and everybody's living their best life. So, in 2009, Nyla's dad and I divorced, and Nyla and I moved to the home that we're in right now. And so we've been here from Nyla being 6 into where she is currently now 17, almost getting ready to be 18. We've been in this house. This has been our home for the entirety of the time since
the divorce. And so with that said, we kind of want to focus on this last year of us being together. Just realizing that, I realize how time flies, and I realize how things change. And I know that I can remember my memory banks, my parents, and then going off to college in that last year before, and how different it was for me. And I wish I had a little piece of history that I could go back and refer to, but I can have those memories sealed in my mind. I want Nyla to have those lasting memories to go on with her from now on, and to take her to have something to look back on. But we hope that it's also going to be something that can help you too. Yeah. So this is a journey of Nyla and myself, a single mother and a daughter, and we're really highlighting on that last year. The thing that I really wanted to focus on is how and why we decided to make a YouTube channel about this. I mean, there's 100 million YouTube channels out there, and they're covering everything, but Nyla was the one that said it. One day she said, nobody's ever done that. Nobody's ever done a single mother and daughter. We see the images on TV. That was one thing.
Especially someone my age.
And then 17. The other thing that we were talking about was the fact that one day I looked on the TV and they said that because of this pandemic and everybody being under so much stress, that the rate of divorce was going to go up. So I knew there was going to be other single parents out there, single parent households such as myself, that we're going to need the... somebody just basically have a person that you can have as a sounding board to say, like, I'm not in this alone. This is a lot, but you're going to get through it like we do everything else. So the beauty of this channel is that we're hoping that we'll be able to show you the light. That's the end of the tunnel, which is getting her from, we moved here, Nyla was 6 years old and going into first grade, and now she is 17 and get ready to go into 12th grade. The other thing is that in order to be able to tell you about how Stef and Ny Channel, the thought process came about, I should go backwards a little bit and tell you that Nyla has her own dreams and aspirations that she started when she was 13. At 13 years old, Nyla started a lifestyle blog. It was something that is a combination of the two parents. She has the technical end of her mind, comes from her dad, and he was the one that helped her set up her blog as far as, getting a domain and doing all of those things. Yeah. He was the person that set her up on that journey. From my end, working in the garment industry for her entire childhood, and majoring in fashion and apparel merchandise management, whatever you want to call it, going to school for fashion, I gave her the exposure to different brands. We always used to walk around. I'm a dreamer. I have a vision board in my own mind of the things that one day I would love to aspire to have. That doesn't mean we have them. That means that we have a goal. That's what we want to have. So in that came the brainchild of Nyla, which was named Love Chic Lifestyle.
Chic Lifestyle.
So lovechiclifestyle.com, and she will get into it further. But lovechiclifestyle.com is a lifestyle blog. And so if you could just quickly tell them what the blog entails as far as lifestyle umbrellas that it goes under.
Okay, so my blog, as she said before, is lovechiclifestyle.com. It is a lifestyle blog. It is a combination of me making fashion, men's fashion trends, women's fashion trends, all trends that I've seen through color palettes, trends, patterns, magazine covers, and everything, as long as travel and several other different brackets that I go into to create this lifestyle blog. And I use this one platform, and what I do is I go and I look at these different looks and pieces. I piece them all together and make different looks. So on my Instagram I have several different looks. Those are what I'm mostly known for, but I love making positive spreads. I go through a whole bunch of different things, and that is what I want to go do in my career, is journalism communication. So that is really a combination of my blog, and what I want to do is very journalism, and communication is just being out there. So that is...
So basically, just to button up Nyla's conversation, she came to me, it was around in 10th grade, started this blog at 13. So she started this blog when she was 8th grade.
Yeah, 9th.
So
8th, 9th.
It was probably 8th grade, because it was in the summertime going into 9th grade.
Right.
That she started this lifestyle blog. And then when she started this Love Chic Lifestyle, blog, she does everything soup to nuts. I am the mom editor-in-chief. So whereas her dad did the back end support with getting her set up and having her blog run through WordPress, and then she and I worked together to set up her Instagram page and then her Twitter page to follow along with it. So she has the 3 platforms. Along with that, after she had set up that blog, what I do is I edit and review not only the post, because she's the one that pulls all the looks together. She does all of the hard work. Right. What I do is basically I just kind of scan through the verbiage to make sure that it makes sense, to make sure that to the reader of a platform that used to pull all of the information together, and there wasn't really that much editing to do in the beginning because it did everything for you. That website, that platform went down, and then she had to then start pulling together the looks herself, as well as writing the entire script for helping her to be able to pull the prices, pull the names, and now she had to basically cite the sources and do everything herself. So she's been doing all of that since 13. Mm-hmm. What happened in 10th grade was that she then decided to elevate what she'd been doing, because she always watches these YouTubers, and I didn't even know who these people were. I mean, I can throw out names because she's told me them. There's different people, Liza Koshy, I've heard her talk about James Charles Palette. I've heard her talk about who
for like bloggers.
Yes.
Aina Song or Song of Style. She's one of my influencers. I really started this blog by. Her name's Nijin. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
And her favorite's Jackie Aina.
Oh,
so she's got so many people that she's talked to me about, and I've always heard them until she's blue in the face talking to me about these people. And then one day she came to me in 10th grade and she said, that's what I want to do. I want to be a blogger. So not just doing it on the paper behind the scenes and pulling it into these different sites, but she wanted to then go in front of the camera. So fast forward to now, here comes the pandemic. And so the first reason was that, we knew that she wanted to be a blogger, but the kind of idea was that we've always been private. How do you put it out there? How do you start the blog? How do you put your face in front of the camera? And me being the mama bear, not that I wanted to be in front of the camera, but kind of knowing that I wanted to be overseeing from the front end and the back end and the sides what is going on and what this is entailing, since she is going to be out there in front of everybody. We kind of decided and kind of came up with this whole Stef and Ny Channel. So then, along with the fact that COVID happened, we started filming content. And just with the idea that, okay, this is what we're going to do, we're thinking about it. And then we've been trying to decide what was the time frame to release it. Then the next thing you know, as the COVID-19 drama continued on and on, we started to have less and less time to be able to, school was still going on. Myself, I started out work from home, and then, a lot of other transitions and changes happened for me. So then a lot of changes happened, but we continue to film content. And so the beginning and entrance of our blog is going to be using the essence of how we came together to find this, and what was making us, hopefully, which is going to make the Stef and Ny Channel a success. And basically what we wanted to do is use this as a launch pad to start off Nyla's career as a blogger. It's basically going to be Nyla starting as with the Stef and Ny Channel, and then with the idea that she will walk through this last year of school. She'll talk to you about all the different things that we're going to cover in this last year, the journey of a senior in high school, and the journey of a mom with a senior in high school, and all the things that we go through. And then the next thing will be her spinning off into becoming her own 18-year-old adult that then goes off to college, and that's the goal. And then with that, then hopefully you'll be able to see Nyla spin off into her own and do her own college site that will either go from there or not.
Yeah. So, for me, where I love about this Stef and Ny Channel, my mom did mention it before, but I really wanted to showcase that relationship of like a single mom and a daughter, because for me, I haven't seen it. So I really wanted something to be there, because it's also because of this special connection. Whenever I'm also in sports, so I'm in tennis, I'm in choir. It's not a sport, but I'm in tennis, choir, swim, and just seeing the way like people
Art Academy.
communicate. Yeah, art academies, different activities or whatever. But seeing the way people communicate with me and my mom, or like seeing those looks, like you notice them. I noticed them like when I got older, and I was like, wow, people really see our like strong bond and our strong relationship. Sometimes they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. Oh my god, oh my god. So I'm like, this would be something nice to showcase for me, my journey, but also to share with some other people, just like our own experiences or whatever, and help people. So that's really also a reason why I felt like this channel was kind of official. Like I really wanted it to happen for us or whatever, and just a journey to look back on it. Preparing for COVID. So let me go into topics. So we're gonna talk about preparing for COVID, shopping, so masks, gloves, the struggles real through finding those, hand sanitizers, everything. And like you'll see our vlogs of going through the places, shopping, and all of
the essential items, Lysol, and what we had to do to get through each one of those things. So basically, you're going to see the video of us going through that process, and maybe you're not going to ever see this again, but this is going to be something that's going to be a chronology for us to be able to go through our life, and we'll all never forget 2020.
Right.
But it's something that we can go back and look on, and hopefully at some point in our lives we'll be able to laugh at.
Yes. So there's that. Distance learning for me, I started off in distance learning since June. So it is March to June. And then now into this new up and coming year for me being a senior, junior into senior year, really end of junior year. And going from all distance to then hybrid or in-person learning, and like sharing my experiences, having that relation of like, okay, I can relate to that, like that, sharing those experiences stuff I wanted to share. ACT, SAT, because that is very much a part of my life, because I do want to go to school, and that is a part of it. So I'm going to share my experiences with that.
Nyla started that journey, yes.
Yes, the prep before the COVID and after COVID. So
and getting ready,
and all,
and also dealing with the testing sites being canceled because of COVID, and then dealing with tests being rescheduled. And then how we just kind of had to adjust, and then finally coming to a lot of schools basically making it test optional, because the realization was that it was really very, very, it was hard.
Mm-hmm. So there's that, and I'm gonna also share some of my visits of college tours and stuff, and my experiences in vlogging and all that fun stuff pre-COVID and through COVID virtually, because I can't be going to the schools, but I love sharing that kind of stuff and getting that visual for my fellow seniors out there that can so relate.
And it was also good, just to mention that with that, it was good that we were able to, as a blessing would go, we actually did go to look at schools last year. So we had in-person tours with schools, which actually helped you determine
which school
your schools that you wanted. The top schools came from the schools that we went to visit that she was looking to attend. So that in-person visit is a different experience from the virtual. The virtual is great because that's what we had to work with, but she found her school based on going to the school.
So I have vlogs and all that fun stuff that I'd love to share, and exercising classes and stuff through my school. They had like different Zoom yogas and like different ways to just exercise during this quarantine, because literally everyone's staying in the house and just sitting there.
And I think that I should just interject just one little thing, that with picking a school as a parent, it's a big thought process in your mind. I mean, when Nyla started out in kindergarten, we were going through the divorce, and Nyla was in private school. But when the divorce was finished and I had to do the numbers on my own and try to figure out how to do the math, it really wasn't feasible with trying to figure out aftercare, daycare, a nanny, somebody to pick her up from the bus after she gets off of aftercare so that I could go to work and come home. The logistics weren't there. So basically, to find a good school district
is challenging.
And then to be able to then move in and stay in that district, because that's what you want to do, is give the child the stability that they had prior to the divorce, after the divorce. And so that was what we tried to do. And Nyla's school district is a very good school district. And we were lucky and very happy and blessed because they do have those great things like what she said, where we were able to
do that. But
Zoom
yogas and stuff,
and
Zumbas and all this
during
stuff.
the time because everybody was needing a little stress relief. And thank goodness that the school realized that, and it was a great opportunity.
And actually, to piggyback on that one last point, yes, I am a senior, but all the middle schoolers and elementary kids and all the other kids that are watching this, I know the pain of when my mom was teaching me information and stuff, and she was my teacher, so I could go on and on about experiences and stuff. Seeing this is like a flashback during these COVID times, so I'll definitely be talking about that. Driver's lessons, I'm senior or whatever, so I am starting to drive. She did get some vlogs of me driving and sharing some experiences.
What a process.
And the process of that and all
the process of that is, as a mom, please do yourself a favor. And you know what? As a single mom, I'm going to tell you, yes, there's a lot of families that have a 2-family household and the dads will go and take the daughters out or the sons out to drive and practice. I'm sorry. That's not me. I want her to drive and I wanted her to drive the car, but I needed a professional to show her. And that was the best investment that could have ever been made. When I went to school, you didn't have to pay for driving school. But for being a parent, being an adult, being a mom, and looking at it, literally, she drove out the lot on the first day. And if you think I would have done that,
it was so scary,
on my own, without somebody with an extra brake on the side of them,
it was so scary.
You got another thought coming.
So many stories to share.
It's a lot, and we'll get a little bit of it on the video, but just enough to be able to let you know that she is a licensed driver now.
I'm a licensed driver,
so that did come out of all of that.
It did come out of all that. We're going to have these round table discussions, almost something like what it's looking like right now. But we are going to talk about everything from hair, like having to do our hair ourselves. The struggle is real on that part. Self-care, also going to be talking about our bond some more. I'm getting more in depth about that. Maybe music and some other things in the future, some other serious topics. A little bit of everything just to get a look.
But the reality is, a lot of those video clips were left clipped right on the table because the reason why we ended up with this hair was after the salons opened. Because when the salons were closed, it was not a good feeling or a good look trying to do your own hair.
It's very hard. Shout out to the hair gurus and stuff. I follow all of them, and they know how to do natural hair.
You can watch as many YouTube videos as you want, and we watched a lot of them. And I can tell you, if I show you one video of us, you would know really quickly that Nyla's mom is not a hairstylist or a nail technician. We just did the best we could under the circumstances. So,
so there's that. Oh my God, we have some summer videos I can share of our experiences in the summer. Our pool is closed, so we definitely are sharing some stuff about that. Sunbathing, finding ways to during this COVID summer, what did anyone even do? We were planting, we sunbathed, I have some special content just off of the fact of the pool closing, so there's that. There's a lot of different experiences I can't wait to share. So there's that. Cooking. So there's some cooking videos that are going to be coming up as well, because even though my mom says she doesn't know how to cook,
I don't.
She goes and passes the torch to me. So I'm starting to learn how to cook. I think I'm good at some pancakes.
She's doing a great job with the things that I can teach her that are the very few things that I can do. But I can just tell you right now, you will not see us as the anything domestic. It's going to be a comedy routine because right now, I can tell you right now, I can't cook. I can't say I'm a hairstylist. I can't say I'm a nail technician. So any of those videos are definitely worth watching, as well as the exercise videos, because all of them are basically gonna be a laughter and a labor of love, because that's us two just trying to figure it out together, and me trying to show her when I really don't even know what I'm doing myself.
So we got that, and then senior year, my thoughts of the senior year, some experiences, some other content. Hopefully get into special events that are coming up soon, later on in the year, prom or whatever, but even just sharing my senior experiences as I go on throughout the year, recording it, sharing it, being from hybrid to distance, and that whole thing, talking about work, talking about students, mental health, whatever.
Talking about sports and how they were canceled,
and they were started back again.
And then great outcome of that.
Yes, and we're going to talk about college, going back to the college, applications, loans, grants. My mom
scholarships,
has a
whole process of
information
that.
about
that. And it takes a village,
and picking schools too, and like trying to figure it out.
It's a real process.
Yeah.
And just basically just trying to help you with the tools to help you to get through the day, to help you to understand that this is a lot. And it's every day when I sit down, and even today I sit down and I have a list, and then I try to knock off one thing and I'm happy, and it's a lot. And just trying to figure out the best way to manage during these times and still get things done that we need to get done. It's a huge, huge, huge feat if you can do it, because it's a lot to check off. Doing the FAFSA, figuring out each state has its own other little additional financial aid, figuring out scholarships and making sure they're turning in time, figuring out the transcript, putting information into the counselor so that they have time to do their part, to send it off to the school so you meet your deadlines. Doing
There's
these
a lot we can cover.
And the logic behind everything that goes with it. It takes a village, and it's really. I get on the phone and I call a mom. I get on the phone and I'll talk to somebody that I just met, and they'll tell me, look, if you need some help, and I surely take them up on it. And that's what I'd say as a parent, as a single mom, as a dad, as a whoever you are, as a parent. It's the time when you have to do the most just to try to get them into that school and make sure that they're going to be able to be successful where they are and where they want to be.
And to also piggyback on that point, me as a student, I can share my own student perspectives of school, classes, getting through work, picking out how I picked out my career passion, all of this different things that I could maybe give some tips and tricks to other people, other kids out there. And finally, it's a moment in time, but it is a special moment that I will be kind of putting in there. Is my 18th birthday, so that will be... That is, I'm going to be sharing my experiences, plans, all the good stuff, the behind the scenes, the vlogging, the prepping for especially we can do videos of prepping that.
If all goes well, hopefully we'll be able to launch it right around that time. And that will be part of her 18th birthday party, is her going into adulthood and her officially starting to put her face out there and to be a face and a name that goes along with the brand that she's building for herself. And then the thing that I wanted to come back to and just circle back to the end is that this is going to be a positive YouTube channel. It is going to highlight a lot of the things that we're going to do to try to get through COVID-19, to try to get through being a mother-daughter combination, to be able to show our bond. But the reality of life is everyone out here, there are people out here, not everyone, but there are people out here that are struggling. And trust and believe, we're not indifferent to that. We're showing you the side that is the positive side, but we will obviously be open to, if we are invited to any panel discussions or any Q&As where someone to ask, because really and truly what happened is the divorce that I went through started in 2009. My divorce was started during the economic crisis. So from 2008 was when we were going through the divorce, and it was finalized in 2009. We've went through 2012 with Hurricane Sandy together. And now we're going through this COVID-19, as well as trying to get her through her senior year and then trying to find a college. So it it's all happened in the last 12 years. And we just kind of want to say that we've been through it. And I can tell you the journey of a true single mom that has done it, and it's just the two of us. And, it takes a village.
Yeah.
But, my immediate family is in Virginia. My ex-husband's family is in another state, as well as he. So we get along with a lot of friend support, friends that have become family. And so we're here to tell you that everyone can go through the struggle. You can still make it. We're making it. And, that's through God's grace and mercy, because I can tell you no other reason how we've made it except for that. I can't give you an explanation to tell you how we could decide to do a YouTube channel with all these things going on, but we feel like we could possibly help other people. That's what we're here. And that's what Nyla kept saying. We can help other people. We can help other people.
Yeah.
And
it's just been signs over and over and over again that I've had and I've seen or whatever. They'll mention something like a mom and a daughter, or they'll just mention a daughter or someone. I'll today or whatever. I was in tennis. I won championship with my team. It was really very special.
It was exciting.
It was a very exciting moment
because they did back-to-back championships.
Back-to-back during this COVID time.
That was after thinking that the whole sports thing was going to be canceled. It was a real highlight in her senior year, and she was a co-captain. So having to be able to see and to be able to experience that, and none of that would have been possible if it wasn't for this COVID. But there was just so many things that we can say that we're happy and we're thankful and we're blessed for. And we just kind of want to show that and highlight that and be able to give people hope and know that, anything is possible.
Things aren't perfect, but
and things aren't perfect. But anything is possible if you just try and you just hope and you just trust and you believe and you just work hard. And I'm here to tell you that one thing you can't say is that we're not hard workers. Both Nyla and myself, we do and we try
can share
our
experiences and tips to help motivate other
people. And try until we get it right. And that's what we're going to hopefully give you as just something to help you know that there are people out there that are going through the same thing as you, and you can make it if you just try and you just keep on trying. And right now, I feel like I'm taking the training wheels for the last time off, and I'm letting Nyla get ready to be prepared to fly. And that's what this next year is going to be about for us. And that's what this journey is about. It's going to be for her launching into this. And we'll see the evolution of the channel after that. But this first year is just to kind of give a button up to her last year and her entry into adulthood and her interest into getting ready to go to college and to also be able to get herself ready for her own blog.
Yep.
So welcome.
Welcome. Please go and
like,
follow,
and subscribe.
Hit that bell notification to go and get daily updates and everything. And please, if you have any questions or whatever, drop it down in the comments. Or
any things that you want us to address. And we want to keep it positive, but like we said, we'll be more than happy. We'll have, our email addresses, and we'll be more than happy to, or I'll have my email address because I'm still a mama bear. I'll fill the questions, but we will be more than happy to address and help you with anything else on the side. It takes a village, and I'm telling you, I can tell you I've been through enough to give a little bit of advice on a little bit of everything that I could think of that'll let you know that the struggle is real. Everybody else is out there, but we want to keep it positive. But we will be more than happy to talk about anything else that you want to help on the sidelines.
And getting everything from two different perspectives. For real. I'm a teenager, and my mom is
not a teenager. And so we're going to give you the most informative journey that we can to help you to see that we can all get through this together, and we're happy, and we're thankful, and we're blessed, and we hope that you will just join us in this journey and allow Nyla to be able to grow. And just please follow, subscribe. You know, she's built her followers on her Love Chic Lifestyle. It's a slow process. We know We're not looking for it to be a fast process, but we're just looking for you to come in, enjoy the ride, and help us.
Enjoy the ride. We hope to see you every video, and we hope that you laugh. Maybe you'll get emotional. Whatever, we want all of it, and we're very welcome.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy.
Stef and Ny Channel.
Stef and Ny Channel.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks.
You're in the family now.